Hello, and thank you for tuning into the video. This video is going to detail the Lien module. We will review the setup of the Lien module, and then we will review the processing involved with the Lien module. The Lien module has several areas that need to be set up prior to utilizing the module. To a degree, the order is somewhat important as some items need to be set up prior to setting up other items. We will review in that order. If lien warning notices are going to be sent, a note will be added to the customer indicating each time a notice is sent. The note type assigned will need to be set up in Cubic by going to General, and then Note Types. Click Add to create a note type. Enter a description for the note type. And choose Customer for the copy preference of the note type. You have now added your lien warning notice note type. Next, we will need to define the general ledger lien transfer accounts. To do so, we will need to go to General. In General Ledger Codes, we'll select the water GL rate code for this example. And each general ledger code is linked to a rate code that could have a lien generated against it. It needs to be edited. These lien transfer GL codes, which are down here, will be used during the creation of a lien to remove the lien applicable balances from the service. Verify each tab highlighted to determine if it pertains to your entity or not. If on a cash basis, it may not be necessary to fill in the lien transfer information. This would generally be used to reverse or move the transaction posted from the billing section of this screen. So we'll go down to our lien transfer section here and we'll enter in our account when we transfer the liens for the debit, which would be our revenue account for water sales. Then we'll put our credit account in. Which would be our asset account for water AR. Continue the setup for all applicable tabs and general ledger codes relevant to the lien process. These could include the goods services, tax 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, and also penalties. Now we will talk about setting up the lien fees. If any lien fees need to be included when the liens are processed, these fees will first need to be set up through the Lien Fees menu option. These fees will be used later to set up either as a system controls lien fee, which goes on all liens, or a fee associated with a specific lien code. To start, you need to hit Add to create a lien fee. The lien fee consists of a 5-digit number and a 30-character description. It also has a 2-character type and a 3-character abbreviation. Here we enter the lien fee amount, and there's also a 50-character comment field. Below, you'll find where you set up the general ledger accounts necessary for the lien fee. If on an accrual basis, both recording and payment sections would be filled in. If you are on a cash basis, you would probably just fill out the payment section. So we will go ahead and enter our accounts. Select the account type. And once you are completed filling out your accounts, you hit OK, and you have now added your lien fee. A lien code needs to be set up for any category of services that are going to be transferred to a lien. These can be set up for any level of grouping necessary to track the liens for your entity. For example, if water, sewer, and trash are billed, 3 lien codes might need to be defined, so you'd have one for each. However, these could also be established with multiple codes for each service type, like water residential, water commercial, etc. This allows the user to determine how to best track the liens for their specific entity. So to set up the lien codes, you go to Liens, and then Lien Codes. Click the Add option to create a lien code, and this consists of a 5-digit number, a 30-character description, a 2-character type, and a 3-character abbreviation. You'd set the lien code status to active, and then there's also an optional 50-character lien code comment field. If needed, a lien fee, which was discussed in the previous section of the video, can be added here. This would result in a fee specifically related to this lien code. Additionally, 5 lien fees can be used as global fees, meaning they would apply to every lien within the system controls. The one on this screen is specifically for this lien code only, but it is not required. General ledger accounts are also defined on this screen as related to the lien code. If on an accrual basis, both the recording and payment sections would be filled in. If on a cash basis, only the payment section would be filled in. If the lien isn't something that you want to impact the general ledger either way, meaning your entity won't physically receive the money, these fields can all be left blank, resulting in no general ledger entries occurring. From here, you continue this process setting up all applicable lien codes. We will now review system controls functions related to the lien process. We'll close out and go to General, System Controls, Edit, Liens. Within the system controls, there are several lien-related options to define. So on this Liens tab, if a minimum lien amount needs to be defined, enter it. This would require the delinquent amount to exceed the entered amount prior to a lien being processed. So in this example, I entered $50, and the customer would have to have a $50 delinquent amount in order to be liened. The lien process can be set up to either create a separate lien for each service or combine all into one lien. This is determined by this checkbox that says Combine Services on the lien. If this is checked, a customer will have one lien generated, which will combine all lien amounts. If unchecked, a separate lien will occur for each service. 5 global lien fees can be assigned. These are the lien fees discussed earlier in the video. Any fee assigned on this screen will be charged on all liens that are processed. The lien warning notice can be set up to produce a log and generate a note. The specifics of the note can be defined as well. Transaction log print options can be defined for both recording and releasing of the lien. These logs will result in a listing printing after the process is finished. Once all system controls options have been selected, click OK. If any messages display prompting to specify a path, just answer no. The final setup function is marking which rates are lien applicable. This will also include defining if penalties and taxes for the service are lien applicable or not. We'll go to General, Rates, Maintenance. From this screen, we want to edit each rate metered and unmetered that needs to be lien applicable. For the rate code, check the lien applicable box and assign a lien code, which was discussed earlier in the video. If penalties or taxes are lien applicable, check those boxes as well. Continue this process for all rate codes that are lien applicable. Only rates marked as lien applicable will be considered when processing liens. Once finished, the lien process within Cubic is set up. You are now ready to process liens. One final note in regards to the liens module is the Crystal Reports lien templates. There are 5 functions in the lien module that will generate a note utilizing a crystal report. These 5 crystal reports can be found right here in the Cubic data folder. You have the lien warning notice, the lien release notice, the lien recording notice, the lien customer release notice, and the lien customer notice. Within crystal reports, each one of these should be edited to include the appropriate information for your entity. These are merely templates and not intended to be printed. Here is an example. The Cubic Data Dictionary must be installed on any computer that will be running any of these lien reporting processes. It is time to discuss Cubic lien processing. The lien module in Cubic will allow customer service balances to be transferred to a lien. This involves lien recording, lien releasing, lien reversals, lien payments, and all sorts of different features that can be found in the liens menu in Cubic. To start, we will discuss lien warning notices. A lien warning notice can be generated to send to the customer as a warning prior to a lien being processed. It is important to note that this is not a required step. You do not have to send lien warning notices if that is not part of your operation. The letter is user-defined utilizing Crystal Report template. This process can also be set up to automatically add a note when a warning notice is generated. This process does not establish a lien, it merely sends the customer a warning notice. So to generate the lien warning notices, you go to Liens and Lien Warning Notices. From this screen, determine how far back to look for these delinquent balances by entering a days past due, which will calculate, based on the current date entered, a delinquent date. Any bill due on or before the date calculated will result in a letter being created. So you select your current date, and we will enter 30 days past due for our lien warning notices. Additional filters include a book and account range for the customers, customer status selection, and then we will want to enter a lien date. A lien date will notify the customer when a lien will be processed if the balance isn't paid. So in this example, we'll say in 2 weeks. This is defined in the system controls, but the minimum lien amount of $50 can be changed at this time. This notice prints using a user-defined crystal report, which is selected on this screen as well. As you can see, it is already selected for this example. As set up in the system controls, multiple crystal report files could be created and selected individually here if different notices are necessary for different book and account ranges or customer statuses. Once we have this information filled out, we select OK. And you will now see a list of customers who will receive a lien warning notice. Options available to view or edit the customer at this time. You are also able to view or edit the services. Click OK to generate the lien warning notices. In the system controls, if the lien warning notice transaction log is enabled, a log will print listing each customer. These logs, whether printed or not, are archived in the File Utilities Log Reprint Lien Warning Notice Log Reprint menu. It is important to remember this process doesn't change anything on the account, nor does it create a lien. It is merely a lien notice to send to the customer. A note, if selected when generating the notice, can be automatically created for the customer indicating a lien warning notice was sent. These notices can be generated multiple times, as they are just a notice to send to the customer. Now we are going to talk about lien recording. To record liens, you go to the Liens menu and then select Lien Recording. The Lien Recording option allows for the recording or creation of liens. The notice is user-defined using a crystal report template. This process will result in the lien amounts being moved off of the customer service balances and onto a lien balance. It will also generate a lien in the system that will always be displayed in the customer's lien history. The process will also create the lien recording notice to record with the appropriate entity, for example, the county. Prior to starting the lien recording process, it is recommended that you go to File, Utilities, Backup, and complete a backup before recording any liens. So again, to record the liens, you go to Liens and Lien Recording. On the lien recording screen, enter the number of days past due for the system to calculate the date to look at when determining which accounts to record a lien for. In this example, we'll select 30 days. Account ranges and account statuses can also be selected here. So you can put the book and account range in for your customer range, and you can select customer statuses for who is having a lien recorded. You also need to select the recording date and the minimum lien amount. Once you make sure you have the correct crystal report selected, you can click OK to begin the lien recording process. A list of customers is now displayed who will have a lien recorded. Options are available to view or edit the customer, along with viewing or editing the service. Click OK to generate and record the liens. We now just printed our lien recording notices. And in the system controls, if the lien recording transaction log is enabled, a log will print as well, listing each customer. These logs will also be able to be accessed to the File Utilities Log Reprint Lien Recording Notice Log Reprint. The service balances have now been transferred off of the account balance. A transaction would be included in the customer's bill pay history reflecting this. So we'll go take a look at one of the customers who we just recorded a lien for. we'll go to bill pay history, and you can see the lien transfer where it transferred the sewer balance of $62.60 to the lien recording. You can also see on the liens tab within the customer page, this screen will display all the lien information, including the fees associated. Any future activities related to this lien will also be presented on this screen. The transaction lines can be double-clicked to display additional information. From this screen, the instrument number and the instrument date can be entered as needed. So I'll put an instrument number and an instrument date. And now we have entered our instrument number and our instrument date for our recorded lien. Comments can be entered on this field as well. In that same tab with the customer, you can also click on the transaction types that pertain to the lien, and these are transaction history items where additional information is available. Images can also be attached and viewed. We just looked at adding an instrument number and instrument date through customer maintenance, but you can also do that through the lien maintenance menu. To get there, you go to liens, lien maintenance, highlight the customer you want to add an instrument number and instrument date for in their lien, select edit, add the instrument number and the instrument date, and you have now added those through lien maintenance. Anytime after the lien has been recorded, an instrument number and instrument date can be added. The only fields that can be edited on this lien screen are their instrument number, instrument date, and the comments field. Typically, you'll want to add this instrument number and instrument date at this point when the agency that the lien was recorded with, for example, the county you are in, they will provide these numbers and these dates to you. These fields can be utilized to print on future notices. A customer lien notice can be printed. This is an entirely optional printout, and it's to send to the customer as a notification of the recording of the lien. This also uses a Crystal Report template for your entity to customize as needed. To generate these, you go to Liens, Customer Lien Notices. You select ranges to determine customer lien notices to be printed. These can be filtered by date range and lien number range, as well as several other criteria such as customer statuses and recording date. For example, this could be used to print all outstanding liens for a specific recording date. Once you have all your options selected and you press OK, a list of customers will be displayed that are having a customer lien notice printed. Options are available to view or edit the customer. And once you are ready, you can click OK to print the customer lien notice. We have now printed the customer lien notice, and the run totals will then print. And you have now printed out your customer lien notices. This process will generate a record in the transaction history for the lien showing the customer lien notice was generated. So we can go back to liens and then lien maintenance. And look, and you can see here, it tells you we sent the customer lien notice and the date in which the notice was sent to the customer. Next, we will discuss lien reversals. If a lien needs to be reversed, for example, a payment was missed that should have been posted prior to the lien being recorded, a reversal can be processed in Cubic. To reverse a lien, go to Liens, and then Lien Reversals. Select the lien to reverse. You can type in the lien number if you know it, or you can select the magnifying glass and select a lien that you want to reverse. This will reverse the entire lien. You can change the reversal date, and once you have your date selected, you select OK. Once all necessary reversals have been completed, close out of the reversal process. A transaction log will print. These logs are archived in File Utilities, Log Reprint, Lien Reversal Log Reprint. The reversal process will move the balance back to the customer balances, removing it from the lien balance. We can go in and look at the bill pay history and see that the lien transfer was reversed. The lien screen will still show the lien, but the status will now show as reversed. Now we are going to talk about lien payments. To get to the lien payments menu, you go to Liens and then Lien Payments. Before a customer lien can be released, the lien must reflect being paid off in the Cubic system. This will need to occur whether or not you received the money. Cubic just needs it to be marked as paid off. The general ledger code setup would reflect how this should impact or not impact the general ledger when this process occurs. So now we went to Liens and then Lien Payments. We now see the lien payment screen. From here you can enter the lien number if you know it, or search for it with the magnifying glass and select the lien you want to post a payment to. As you can see, I selected a lien that had been reversed, so it did not let me select that lien. You must select an outstanding lien to apply payments to it. So we have selected our lien here, and now we want to enter the payment amount in for the lien. You select your payment date. You can also enter a reference number here. If you're posting multiple payments and want to retain that reference number, you check this box, and as you hit OK, the reference number will be retained in that field. To post this payment, you select OK, and that's where you can go in and select another one to post a payment to. And that reference field is retained. You select OK again, and once all lien payments have been entered, you can close out of the process. A lien payment log will print. And these payment logs are also archived, File Utilities, Log Reprint, then Lien Payment Log Reprint. If a lien payment needs to be reversed, you can go to Liens, Lien Payment Reversals. Select the lien that needs a payment reversed. All payments associated with the lien will be displayed. You will want to check the payment you want to reverse. You can add a reference number. And then select OK. Once all necessary lien payments have been reversed, close out of the process, where a transaction log will print. These transaction logs are stored in File, Utilities, Log Reprint, Lien Payment Reversal, Log Reprint. You can then go into the customer. We have Bill Riley, Book 1, Account 50. If we go to the Liens tab and select the outstanding lien, you can see when we recorded the lien, printed the customer lien notice, and now you can see that we posted a payment for this customer, and then we reversed that payment for the customer. So this is all filed under the Lien History Transaction tab here, which again you can get to by double-clicking the outstanding lien in the Liens History tab on his customer page. The lien release option allows for the creating of a lien release document, as well as changing the status of a lien from paid to released. You can get there by going to Liens and Lien Release. This notice is user-defined using a Crystal Report template. On the lien release screen, ranges can be entered to specify customers by book and account and customer status. You can also enter a paid date range and a lien number range to specify which liens you are releasing. There's even an instrument number field where you can filter which liens you are releasing by instrument number. We will want to make sure we have our release date correct. This is the date the lien is being released. If you want to reprint release notices, you check this option and you're just reprinting lien release notices. And if you want to print the transaction log, you'll want to select this option. Now, like I said, this uses a Crystal Report, so you will want to make sure the correct Crystal Report is selected for this lien release. And once you have all this information filled out here, you can select OK to begin the lien release process. Now we have a list of customers whose liens will be released displayed. Options are available to view or edit the customer. And once we are ready, we can hit OK to release the lien. The lien release notice is now printed, and it will print the run totals in addition. If the lien release transaction log is enabled in the system controls, a log will print listing each customer. These logs, whether printed or not, are located in File, Utilities, Log Reprint, Lien Release Notice, Log Reprint. At this point, the lien is now marked as released, which will also include a transaction within the lien showing the releasing of it. So we can go to Customers, Customer Maintenance, select our customer who we just released the lien for, go to his Liens tab, and you can see the lien status is now released. He paid off the lien, and then the lien was released. An optional customer release notice can also be printed. This is optional, and it can be printed to send to the customer as a notification of their lien being released. It is located under the Liens menu, Customer Release Notices. This also uses a Crystal Report template for your entity to customize as needed. As you can see at the bottom of the Customer Release Notices screen, the Crystal Report is selected. You can then enter the ranges of customers, so you can filter by book and account, customer status, released date range, lien number range, and instrument number range. If you want to reprint release notices, you could check this box and it will reprint ones that have not yet been printed. That option will not create an additional history transaction. Once you have your settings filled out, you select OK. You will see a preview screen of customers who are about to have customer lien release notices printed. You can view and edit the customer in the services from these menu options. Once you're ready to print the customer release notice, you select OK and print, and the customer release notices will print. It will also print the run totals. There are 3 reporting functions with the liens. These are the lien journal, the lien transfer journal, and the lien list. We'll start with the lien journal. To get to the lien journal, you go to the top level liens menu item, and then down to the lien journal. The lien journal is used to print any of the lien transaction detail utilizing a number of ranges. The lien journal will follow some of the same reporting functions as other journals within Cubic. Options can be selected for detail, summary, or both. You can enter a lien number range or a posting date range in addition. You can also enter account ranges for the customer accounts and initials ranges for the user who entered the lien information. Options such as grand totals only and suppress printing option pages are there. A report subtitle and a return to this option screen after the report finishes processing are also available. The lien journal can also be sent to Excel. Once you have all your settings entered, you can go ahead and select OK. For this example, we will preview it. And here you can see the lien journal, which details all the lien information we reviewed during the video. You can see the recording and the reversals of multiple customers who had liens released. The next report we'll take a look at is the lien transfer journal. To get the lien transfer journal, you go to the liens top level menu item, down to the lien transfer journal here. The lien transfer journal will include any accounts with balances transferred to a lien, as well as any lien transfers that have been reversed. From this screen, you're able to select detail, summary, or both, book and account ranges, lien number ranges, transaction types, grand totals only, customer statuses, customer types. You can filter by posting date range, initials range. You can suppress the printing options page. Select this option to return to the options screen after the report finishes processing. The lien transfer journal can also be sent to Excel. Once you have your settings filled out, you can hit the OK button, and in this example we're going to preview it. And here you can see the lien transfer journal. It shows the 3 customers who had a lien transferred during the video. And finally, we will take a look at the lien list. The lien list is a report to list each lien in the system. This is accessed by clicking the print option within liens maintenance. So you go to liens, liens maintenance, you select print, and now you have the liens list options menu. From this menu, ranges can be selected for lien number, book and account number for the customer, the status of the lien. You can also print lien history and then add in a history date range for the lien. Once you have these settings filled out, you select the OK button and then preview for this example. And here you can see the lien list, which does include the lien history. And that concludes our reports that pertain to the liens today. And I hope you very much enjoyed today's presentation, and please do not hesitate to reach out to us at Fry Software Company with any additional questions. Thank you very much.